Vale, I have a question about biblical logistics. If the flood wiped out everything, where did the giants come back from?
From the same place everything that refuses to die comes from, Broc. From the story.
Wonderful. So not even water stops them. Noted.
Welcome to Vale and Broc. I am Vale.
And I am Broc, the resident skeptic, wearing rain boots today because we are talking about what was left after the flood.
This is part 3 of our journey among the colossi, the giants who show up again after the flood, and a mountain range in Romania where their legends never died.
Mountains, giants, I can feel my skepticism warming up for a marathon.
Let us go back to your question, because it is exactly where the text gets uncomfortable.
Vale, I have a question about biblical logistics. If the flood wiped out everything, where did the giants come back from?
The old texts say the waters left behind a single family, and yet, a few chapters later, the giants are there again, in the scouts' reports, in the wars of kings, as if the story refused to end.
So we have two options. Either the flood had a leak, or giants can swim.
Or a third option, the one we reach at the end. But first, let us meet these giants who came after the waters. Moses sends 12 scouts to explore the promised land. 40 days. When they come back, their report sounds like panic. They say the land devours its inhabitants, and that the people there are so tall that...
So tall that what? Don't leave me hanging.
That the scouts say about themselves, we felt like grasshoppers, and that is how we looked to them.
Wait, so the official military reconnaissance report from ancient times contains the phrase, "We felt like grasshoppers." I would pay to see the commander's face.
And here is the detail most people skip. The text never says those men were 15 feet tall. It says how the scouts felt. Fear is not measured in feet, Broc. Fear measures you.
That was a good one. I'm not telling you why, but it was.
Then a king appears. Og of Bashan, the last of an ancient line of giants, the Rephaim, and about him the text keeps a single object, his bed, an iron bed, almost 13 feet long.
13 feet. I buy a queen-size mattress and feel extravagant.
But notice what the text measures, not Og's bed. That is the difference between saying how big the man was and how big the legend he left behind was.
So his furniture had a longer career than he did. I know some vegetables like that.
And Og's ending may be the most important detail of all. The giant falls. He is defeated. The text does not glorify him. It simply shows that what seemed unbeatable was not. Generations later, in David's time, the last 4 appear, descendants of Rapha, warriors from Gath. One of them carried a spear whose tip alone weighed over 7 pounds.
7 pounds, just the tip. I get tired holding an umbrella.
Another had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot.
Yikes, 24 total. I did the math. I am skeptical, not lazy.
And among them, the most famous name in the whole story, Goliath. All 4 fall, one by one. Not to bigger giants, to ordinary men who stood their ground. So the text leaves us 2 ways to read it. 1. Real peoples, impressively tall, who truly existed and truly fought. 2. An image of collective fear, of how an obstacle grows when you look at it from below.
And which one is right?
Maybe both. An 8-foot man becomes 15 feet in the story of the one who ran from him. Exaggeration is not always a lie. Sometimes it is just fear, remembered. And now our road takes an unexpected turn, toward a mountain range in Romania.
So we made it home. I hope our giants were at least hospitable.
The legends say giants lived there, in ancient times, that they left behind tunnels and hidden structures.
And now comes the part where you signal me to be skeptical, right?
Now comes the part where we are both honest. There is no scientifically validated archaeological evidence of a giant civilization in our mountains. Geology says it plainly. Wind, water, time, erosion.
So the sculptor is the weather, the most patient artist in history.
And yet the legends will not die, and not just here. Almost everywhere in the world, wherever there are towering mountains or impossibly large stones, people place giants in the landscape, as if the old mind was saying something this big could not have appeared on its own.
So giants are the explanation we invent when the landscape is bigger than we are.
Exactly. And notice how beautifully the circle closes. The scouts felt like grasshoppers in front of men. Our ancestors felt like grasshoppers in front of mountains. The giant, Broc, does not live in the landscape. The giant lives in the eye that looks.
That explains a lot, including why my problems look bigger at night.
Because at night you look at them with anxiety. These old texts do not ask us to believe in 15-foot men. They simply show that every generation had its giants, and that all of them, in the end, fell.
You know what I am taking home today? The iron bed and the extra fingers. Goodbye. Sleep for tonight.
If you want the full journey, with every account in its place, the complete article is waiting on the blog at Inside Out 7. And next time we go further, key moments in human history.
I will be there, skepticism packed, and maybe a lighter umbrella.
Talk soon here at Vale and Broc.
Talk soon, and if something looks huge today, look again.